One stage, one night, one of public radio's most beloved voices live in Oklahoma City. Shankar Vedantam brings Hidden Brain to OCCC's Visual and Performing Arts Center on Saturday, September 26th at 6 p.m., and tickets are on sale now. This is the kind of evening you don't want to hear about later. Get your tickets now at kosu.org/tickets.
Support for the Red Dirt D&D podcast comes from Home Creations, Oklahoma City-based home builders with over 40 years of experience building new homes in the Oklahoma City metro. More, including financing options, virtual tours, and locations at homecreations.com.
Welcome to Red Dirt D&D. It's time for the round table of episodes 62 to 65. I am Brooke Bullock, still claiming title Herder of Cats, joined by
Michael Cross,
Johnny Payne.
Meow. You did one! Oh my God!
Wow,
I'm so proud of you. That was great.
I was actually going to say meow. Wow. Go, Connor.
Connor Shenold.
and the great thing is Kiri's messing with yarn right now, which is perfect.
I have
He's got a ball of yarn.
That,
it's
yes.
all right here.
I think I've mentioned this before, dear listener, but I do frequently will work on a craft project while we are playing because it gives my hands something to do that is quiet. And so I have to spend the round table setting things up so that I'm not moving things around while we are recording actual episodes.
And we were thankful that she has taken this hobby up because it was really annoying when she was trying juggling.
Yes, especially the
really good,
chainsaws.
though.
Those were loud.
But the time when she was messing with chainmail and trying to build chainmail. That was
Right. So I had to pick a quiet craft. So I'm currently knitting. I'm knitting like a sweater vest tank top situation. It's gonna be really cute. I was gonna tell you the name of the pattern if I have any fellow knitting hears.
Nice warm
Sofarine.
Yeah.
It's free on Ravelry. I'm doing it in the yellow and blue.
There you go. Are you are you making it for like maybe for Aurora or Aquata? Like they could wear it?
No. It's for me.
for Moxie.
I don't like to make gifts for other people because they don't appreciate them.
I appreciate that you do that.
Thank you. I need them to appreciate because if you have someone give you a handmade gift, by the way, appreciate it.
Like tea towels?
Yes.
Yeah.
The embroidery that you did?
I did do
Yeah,
those.
we still still have those on the on our oven.
The 100%.
I for Christmas, I think it was our first or second Christmas, I embroidered little poppy flowers on little tea towels for everybody.
You bet.
For Poppy.
You betcha.
But yeah, some of this stuff takes a really long time.
There we go.
So
what are you going to give us as we wrap up Clockwork City? You going to do like we all get shots or some alcohol or like what are you going to make for us?
I gave you guys pink sparkly pins.
This is also true.
That's the other
This
thing I
is
still have
also
in my
true.
bag.
Woo! This is also true. Nicely done. Nicely done. Oh man, I was trying to think of an appropriate segue into the title of our ship that we got to ride on, but
The second kiss.
the second kiss. Like you know, were you disappointed in the second kiss? You know,
Oh gosh, no. No, and what was really funny, I did like that moment of you see this pristine, beautiful, airship with all this. Boy, that's really pretty. Oh yeah, we're on that one.
We're on that one.
and then it pulls away to reveal a small
Dingy.
It still was
with
nice. I mean,
visible duct tape on the balloon.
Just a little aged, right? It used, it has. I said something about the scent or the memory of elegance or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, how long have airships been around? It can't be that old.
Oh, that's very true. 100 years?
Yeah.
It can be worn in other ways.
Yes.
This is
Yeah.
true,
Yeah.
right? Yep.
We do have a whole bunch of ex-pirates on the show.
It
And
is
we don't
owned
know
by
when they
pirates.
became ex-pirates.
We don't know when they became ex-pirates, but
Technically, we aren't are we sure they're ex-pirates?
No, they're still pirates.
They could
can
still be
take-
smugglers and.
Farrah Winslow very much has kind of a dwarven Han Solo vibe about herself,
For
for
You
sure.
can take the sea or the pirate out of the sea, but you can't take the sea out of the pirate. And in this case, for air pirates, I guess they are.
Well, and
They've
of course,
upgraded, right? They used to be sea pirates when Rhapsody first knew them, perhaps, and now it's
sure.
legitimate businessman. I'm in transport now. Business lady, she's in transport
I'm in
now.
waste management.
At least it's better than ice pirates. So.
but it was really
Space pirates.
it was really fun to get to kind of look at because we've talked on the roundtable multiple times before that Rhapsody has much more backstory written than Moxie does, and it was nice to be able to kind of like touch at some of those things and her pirating background and all of that good stuff because she's like lived a whole life, guys.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So, and that has been Moxie has known Rhapsody for 50-ish
years.
But then Rhapsody was probably off pirating some 20 years before that.
Something like that.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, she's she was a pirate for 50-ish years before
She's in her,
she
like, 500s?
retired. Huh?
She's in her 500s, 600s?
I don't think she's that old.
yeah.
Well, remember that.
But I think she is like probably solid at the youngest in her late 200s.
Yeah, I kind of have.
Oh,
I
well,
kind of have
that's
Rhapsody
actually
pegged.
still very young then.
Yeah, I kind of have Rhapsody pegged for like 250, 300 right in there.
Oh, okay.
So,
Because usually I figure with, because they usually say that elves, like at 20, they're adults, but they don't actually reach adulthood till 100.
right.
And then pretty much stay that exact same until about 600, and that's when they start to decline a little bit.
That's why I
Yeah.
have to
Well,
do weird
it's-
math for Sable's age because he's a half elf.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
And that's why Moxie had to do weird math because we needed Moxie to be an adult.
That's right.
When Sable was a child.
That's exactly right. That tiefling blood that's in there.
Right. So that's why that's how I think we decided her mom was like half elf or something. She got just enough elf blood to make her live a little longer than your average tiefling.
There you go.
Speaking of backstory, I do have a question while I was putting together like the people that we know. I know that you work for the Sapphire Society. And apparently there is a not Sable who's now doing your job. Which
We
don't know
love
his
not
name.
Sable,
It's just
and
Not
by love
Sable.
I mean hate.
Yeah.
We actually
Although
have.
he's apparently very
He's very good at his
he's
job.
well,
Yeah.
apparently very gullible because he's certainly willing to trade out some health care for a little reduction.
yours and Moxie's
Are
Oh, that's right. They're not the
different.
same person. That's right. yes.
separate people.
separate
So
people.
the question is, because this might actually come up, do we know about Mithra? Do we know?
Minthra.
Minthra. Do the three of us know about Minthra?
No.
We just know you work for the Sapphire Society. You probably have some kind of boss, but we don't know anything about
Right.
that.
So Moxie stays canonically Sable's best friend. Closest friend, because Sable has no other friends.
I really don't. Brooke was
is-
like, "Hey, can you give me a list of friends
this
that
was so
Sable has?" And I was
no.
like,
Moxie.
"No."
It's like he doesn't have any friends.
You are the ultimate lone wolf. How do you do lone wolf in D&D? Because usually that's frowned upon in D&D. Because otherwise, how do you have companions if you're truly a lone wolf? Well, Connor has figured it out.
Connor has figured it
Outside
out.
of these companions,
That's right.
nobody is.
I was
right.
technically forced to work with
And that's
you.
exactly right. He was like assigned to go, forced to go work.
But yeah, canonically, Moxie, Sable's closest friend, knows that Sable has a boss, and that boss can be kind of a hard ass. That's all she knows.
Excellent. I mean, that's fine. It's just, that is a good question because we do not know who
Because like, for
Minthra is. Good.
all intents and purposes, like, you all know that Sable works for the Sapphire Society, but he's basically told you guys nothing
Right.
about the Sapphire Society.
Yeah. Yeah. And even the audience there in world building, really, we have, we know there's a couple other collectors, a couple other footpads that are out there. Dr. Stone's guy and not Sable. And then there's Sable and Minthra, and that window has been very tight. We haven't talked about hierarchy or anything
so,
like
like,
that.
What
Kiri
do
as
the
a-
townies know about this? Because the Sapphire Society is, although it's a secret society,
Right,
we
right.
know it exists.
100%.
Here, as a business owner, here's what we know. They provide services, some of which are kind of common knowledge, like security, with air quotes there, or making things go away, with more air quotes there. But I think they also have a lot of thumbs and a lot of pies. And so if you needed something kind of criminal done, you might ask your local Sapphire Society contact, and then they would presumably run it up the chain, depending on what it is. Now, as a player, Kieri thinks that it operates as some kind of a pyramid scheme. In that, because we know that Minthra recruited Sable, and that it's weird that Minthra only has Sable. That is unusual. Other people in Minthra's place have like 3 or 4 rows of people underneath them that are all recruiting people, but Minthra only has Sable. So I think that the Sapphire Society is a pyramid scheme. And that if you follow it up high enough, you're going to get to somebody in the royal court. Unclear about who that would be. Maybe an advisor, maybe just a secretary. But I think that's how high it goes. That's my tin hat theory.
There you go. Always 2 there are, a master and an apprentice. Johnny, or at least August, might know that there are times in which the Sapphire Society is almost like a organizing lawful arm. No, that's not quite the way to say that. That sometimes there's a Venn diagram of Sapphire Society and City Guard, right? That sometimes they have aligned interests.
Because it's like, oh no, safe. What is the Sapphire Society up to? And then sometimes it's like, hey, we got some intel from the Sapphire Society that really panned out.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, we maybe look the other way, if it's just, it's like organized crime. It's like, if it's just the issue of money changing hands, we're going to kind of look the other way. If bodies start piling up, we'll start paying more attention.
That's why I said, like, many episodes ago, it's not necessarily a crime to work for the Sapphire Society.
They're a non-profit.
Either because the city guards are just willing to look the other way, or it kind of has, like, a basis in the city of kind of, not necessarily on the up and up, but kind of.
Yeah. That analog of like an organized crime organization that does good things for the community at times really works.
And then I take offense at your quote unquote security, Kiri, because I have been your security.
And what do you know? People broke into my bar and tried to murder me on multiple occasions.
Don't get me started on what happened to my doctor's office.
In Sable's defense, and what happened to those people?
And you had yet to sign up for the Sapphire Society. That is not my problem.
You were slow at getting to me.
And who took
I was
care
ready
of
to
that
sign up
assassin
day
that was
one.
Sent to the siren song. That was me. I arrived before anybody else. I took that assassins out before you guys got there.
Is there an upcharge for cleanup and blood or anything like that afterwards? So.
There should have been, but Moxie didn't want to pay that price because I did offer that.
Kobe did it.
Oh man.
There is an additional charge if you want evidence removed via the Sapphire Society. You just have to be willing to pay for it.
There you go. Circling back around to pirates, maybe, because there are some definitely.
Speaking of criminals,
there's a Sapphire connection that we get to make at the end, here. But circling back around to pirates, so we have the second kiss, we have the crew, we have Captain Farrah Winslow, and we have Aurora and Aquata, and we have Lanks, the halfling kind of co-pilot mechanic gopher that's there.
Best character.
Yeah.
Love him.
Fabulous.
He's amazing.
Best character. We didn't get to talk to him.
Yeah, we didn't get to talk to him much. That's why it was great. So he stay out of my hair. So
he's busy. He is what seems like the only male on board.
That's right.
Which is probably why he's busy.
Wow.
Wow.
I know, Michael never goes there.
Wow. Wow. I did not catch in the live recording, when Aquata introduces herself to August, right? I didn't quite catch what the meaning was when she said, "Hi, I'm Aquata." And Johnny said, "Oh, great, I got 2 quarters." until I re-listened, and then I caught it, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, it's funny. A quarter.
I got a quarter here.
Yeah, now I got 2 quarters.
Now I got 2 quarters.
I will say, I'm sure that, this is when we remind the listener that Brooke has multiple daughters.
Yes,
Aquata is
100%.
one of Ariel's sisters.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. I thought you might catch that at the time, but maybe that wasn't. Maybe
Aquata, Adina, the other ones,
Arista.
Ariel, Arista.
Yep.
For those, Ariel
Asanta-san,
in
Yep.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
There you go. I may or may not have a list
You have a list.
because you never know who we're going to run into. So
If you
know,
need a random name, you have a list to pull
I
from.
have a whole list. There might also be some names on the list like Talani and Meridia and some things
I remember
like that.
the first time when I ran the Keep on the Borderlands, I had a name for every guard, every person that was in there. Never needed it.
You
but
brave man.
Listen,
That's
it's-
why they never ask when you have the
right.
It's
list.
the bullywugs again when you guys fought those
That's
frogs. Brother, avenge me. Your
Kevin.
brother. Frederick.
Yeah, you had names for every one of those.
Oh, that is so funny.
We-
Yes,
we-
we were
we
killing
skipped-
them
we
off
skipped
faster than
any
you could introduce
conversation.
any of them. So, behind the scenes, I'm not sure how much of it made the edit, but behind the scenes, Aquata was dressed very provocatively, and as a good pirate ship / steward would do, she tries to use all of those talents to make friends with August and Sable.
Yeah, check your pockets. If you're 5 gold short, I can think about who's got it.
And Kira, you said something very interesting. You were like, Moxie would totally understand what's going on, and I don't think you used the word befriend, but would vibe with them. But Kiri was having none of it. Kiri was
Listen,
like,
Moxie understands the game. Kiri didn't like listening to the game. It's one of those things.
Kiri didn't like sitting across from Brooke, who's trying to flirt with Johnny.
It was weird. It's a very, I say this with
And you-
love
that's
as
exactly
the
what you said.
only femme at the table. It's a very man writing women situation.
it was. When,
Similarly,
yes.
I was listening to an audiobook on the way here, and this character is free every time she's described as having ringlet curled hair, and then at some point in time she's described as like hastily getting ready to meet a new person, and she brushes her ringlets. And I say, under
Wait
no
a minute.
circumstances would she brush her ringlets. And I was like, this is written by a man.
Maybe, there's no way to.
So yeah, Aquata gives Kiri a little bit of the heebie-jeebies. It's a little uncanny valley.
Very much so.
But Moxie understands the game.
Yeah.
And to be fair to Brooke, we do have a vast cast of female
This
NPCs
is true.
that are
Poor
They should
guys.
all
better
be
written.
exactly the same. There should be no variety between any of the
I
female
will say that.
NPCs.
We need
They're
to
all
introduce-
strong, independent women with the exact same career path. and
We
the
need
exact
to
same stuff.
introduce
Pantsuits for everybody.
a few more male. Everybody come up with a buddy, a man buddy.
Okay.
I claim Cerulean.
You
because that's
have.
the only other
I
man.
have.
These
You
are
got-
the
you
two
got a
I've come
couple
up
of
with.
them.
The
Yep.
3 I'm
Right.
trying to kill.
Johnny is the guy who has brought the most men to the
I have
table.
a list, but
Technically,
I am head of the
created-
Sausage Club.
Technically, I created Steven.
and wait,
True.
I do have
And
my
he's
my worker my coworker.
Crispin.
Yes, yes.
And, Crispin, and also I have made some NPCs that I used to be in the rebellion with,
Yes.
and that I grew up with.
Yes.
There's a couple other guys that I grew up with, but we've never introduced them.
Yeah, we've never had a chance to circle
Yeah.
back around to those folks.
One of these days.
Yeah, one of these days. That might be interesting if we put something together and put it out later. Like,
Yeah.
these are the people in your neighborhood type of thing that we never got to. So, Johnny, at some point, maybe like in a final round table, I'll check with you on this, but there are the NPCs you have brought forth are inspired by folks, and I'll check with you later on that. But that might be something for the final roundtable to kind of talk about that, because that's kind of neat. See who makes it, who lives, who dies, that kind of thing. So
I think there's something to be said for all NPCs that anybody makes. You're pulling from something. So generally, you're pulling from a person you know or a character that you've encountered in X, Y, or Z media, and then you just go a little this way. So, like, I like to think young Rhapsody would remind me quite a bit of, and I can't think of her character name. The first mate in Firefly, Gina Torres, her character. But, like, if she didn't respect the law at all.
I can see that.
Like a young Rhapsody, and that's also kind of what Rhapsody looks like, but with like silvery hair. It looks a lot like Gina Torres as well.
Yeah.
So that, but you know what I mean? We're always pulling from stuff, and sometimes we pull from people that actually exist in our lives, and that's always really nice. And hopefully you're pulling them as like heroes and helpful friends, and not as villains.
Zoe Washburn, I heard the audience yelling into their microphone, yelling into their mic.
Zoe. From here.
Zoe.
All the way in the future, they be called back.
That's right. That's right. They called back. So, fantastic. And making the wisdom save, not to go off on that tangent because that's super exciting, but we'll save that for another time. That reboot thing that's going on. So we have those folks. Lanx, Aquata, Aurora, and Captain Winslow. With that, good discussion on. We had a little good side discussion about kind of tiefling blood and how that mixes and mingles. This because Captain Winslow is dwarven, right? Dwarven. In nature, one half of her, or one part of her anyway, is dwarven, and given it that kind of coppery, bronzy look in her skin tone with that. There are a couple other folks on the ship as well.
I forgot about frickin'
kobold in the room.
Kobina.
You said Kobina?
Yes. It was so great whenever Connor goes, kind of, the accent was kind of Kobe-esque.
Kind of Kobe. And I when I heard it, I was almost like, why are you slipping into Kobe? And then I just left it. And then 2 seconds later, it's Kobe.
No, I did love Kiri that first went, can I do an inside check? Look, is this Kobe?
Yeah. Well, because Brooke describes them as avoiding eye contact and wearing a very large hat.
A very large hat.
And I was like, this is cool. So here's my question. At what point in writing all of this, because we've been working up towards the airship for a while. At what point did Brooke decide Kobe's sneaking onto that boat?
Oh, I think it was, very, very early. Right? and most of it.
We can't leave him behind.
I know, we can't leave behind. We've got to have him in there. And this is true. We all know this for those of us who have DM'd, right? As a DM, you need to have a player in the room. You need to have an NPC in the room, right? Not always, but like if you have someone that you can somehow voice through, have a little tweak. You never, ever want to steal the show. But if you have someone who could be like, what if we just tried to open the door? And then just help solve the problem or whatever, right?
The problem that Brooke faces here is that the NPC we were bringing is Rhapsody, which should be too smart. Rhapsody would be too helpful. We need someone like Kobe who's going to be a bit of an idiot. I say lovingly. We need him to, because if Rhapsody were there, we would fall into the trap of having her solve our problems for us, right? A lot of, and not that we would do that, but it's a risk. But with Kobe's not solving anybody's problems. No. He's adding problems, but he also could be like, hey, I tried to open the door and it kind of just opened, so
and Kiri brings up a good point of us being like, Rhapsody, how help us or whatever, because when we had the fight with the griffins,
Rhapsody just stands there
She's just standing there.
Yeah.
She doesn't even start to flee until like round 3.
Yeah.
Like she starts to run away.
Yeah.
She's just watching.
She is a fan. Yes, that's exactly what she's like. I'm too old for this, so I'm just gonna stand here for a minute. If things went south, she'd totally jump in, and then at some point she's like, "Yeah, I got this," and she leaves.
She
and
does
goes.
give Bardic on her way out the
She
door.
does give Bardic on her way out the door,
Which
right?
comes in handy.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: Do you have Rhapsody statted out in case of emergency?
I do have Rhapsody statted out in case of emergency.
break glass in case of emergency situation.
There's, at the risk of pulling the curtain back, well, I will just say this part of this peek behind the curtain. So Rhapsody has some dual class about herself. She's multi-class.
That's good.
And so she is bardic, but she's at this point not as powerful a bard as Moxie is.
Because she's got fewer bard levels.
Yeah, she has fewer bard levels.
Bard cleric, calling it now.
In case of emergency.
It would be good to have a backup cleric, but the best she's going to be able to do is multiple shots of healing word. That's the best she's going to be able to
Just
do
spamming
as a
it.
bard.
What is her other class? Are you gonna tell me?
not gonna tell us.
What do we think? Let's take guesses. What do we
My
think?
guess is maybe a rogue because of Baccarat, or
that's a really
it could
great
be
guess.
like a swashbuckler could be a good fit because there's a lot of charisma things that
Yeah. Of
swashbucklers
course, with
do.
Bard, you've got. I mean, you can make a Bard mostly a rogue as well.
Uh-huh.
So
Yep.
maybe
So I
more
think
of a
my-
fighter type.
Yeah, I
of-
think my guess would be something like, if it's not a swashbuckler, something swashbuckler adjacent. Maybe monk.
That'd be cool.
Monk's a good choice.
Yeah. That would be really cool. So, anyway, I will say it's been mentioned, so that's pretty cool. You guys are very good.
In story, if she were a monk, that would she could have like a back when Moxie was a young kid, she could have had a Karate Kid montage and like learn how to punch people.
Show me paint the fence.
Show me pour the drink. Show me slide the glass, right? Show me.
But I will say it was great to kind of we get on the ship. We meet Lenk first, and so at first no big deal. But then we start meeting all of these other employees, and they're all very pirate themed women. And I'm like, Rhapsody, what happened to your crew when you retired? Because it looks like good news. They found jobs.
They're all pirate winches now.
That's right. Hi, diddly dee.
So Rhapsody was first mate. Her captain dies. And then she meets Marisol. That's a whole separate story. But then she finishes her captain's final mission, and then she takes a little bit of bereavement time. He was like a father to her.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know the song, but there's a song. He was like a father to her. And so, but then she goes back out there because she wants to find this hot chick she met that one time.
Yeah.
And they didn't have Facebook, so she couldn't find her. So she just starts sailing around hoping to find this chorus of sirens. And of course, she just I think at first it might not have been on purpose, and then over time she looked around and realized there's not a man on this ship. Hell yeah.
Something for my home game, which I'm now suddenly realizing that I've kind of pulled that theme across, is there's an enemy pirate fleet in a home Pathfinder game that I'm doing, and it is predominantly all women.
Listen, lady pirates are cool.
And they are, and I tell you what, and they are scary because they don't give a hill of beans.
And they're efficient.
Right, and they're super efficient, and so it's really great. And I inadvertently pulled that over, and then went, oh, okay, I need at least.
We'll add a mechanic.
Lank. There we go. We'll have a
halfling
Lank.
mechanic.
There we go.
Just one little man.
That's
just
right.
one.
That's right. Instead of Firefly and the girl mechanic, we'll have mostly girls and the one little halfling guy mechanic, right? So mechanic / co-pilot. He'll be there for that.
But yeah,
so.
the Griffin fight. That was pretty dope.
True.
That was a lot of fun.
It was a really we talked before about dynamic combat and how a combat that could be relatively boring if it was static and it's like the only thing that the players are doing is combat can be absolutely changed by just adding in like scenery complications.
Yeah.
So in this case, of course, we're on the airship.
Environmental.
Yeah.
We've got flying combatants. We have non-flying combatants.
Multiple levels. We've got one level down there at the aft patio, so to speak, right? But then August and Sable have gone up to the observation lounge, and so that makes that up there, you know, a fantastic
And it was
possibility.
just far enough to be inconvenient, but not far enough away to be catastrophic.
Right.
And we could get to each other within 2 rounds, but we would waste 2 rounds getting to each other.
And I realized I messed up because I was going to cast Mending on the balloon, but I could not reach that because I had to go up into the.
Yes.
But I have a familiar.
Oh.
Which I totally forgot about in the entire
And he
combat.
flies.
And you can cast spells through the familiar.
There you go.
So I could have sent
Doctor Who
up to just casting Mending.
But that wouldn't have been as fun as
Plus,
dangling
I
him.
completely forgot about Doctor Who the entire combat.
This is true.
It would have been tons of fun because the Griffins would have gone right after him immediately. And
Well, he has
would've-
flybys, so he
There
can
we go.
get out of
There we go.
You go in, cast, and then.
They only have to hit him once. He's
They
only
just
got one
take
hit
off
point.
and
The
whoosh.
beauty is I just go and cast it and get away before his turn ended.
That's
so.
very true. That's very
And
true.
if they chased after him, that's fine. They're not
then
ripping
they're
up
not,
the balloon
then they're
anymore.
not hissing after you guys. Yeah, yeah. It was great because Johnny and Sable, you guys immediately, your characters
Johnny
immediately.
and Sable.
Johnny and Sable. There
Either
you go.
call him Johnny and Connor or August and Sable.
There you go. Man, those moments when you only call your friends by their character names, right?
Yes.
But you guys immediately went up to the observation lounge and
It's
looked
because
out
they're more
there.
tactical. They were like, we need to see what's going on. We need to understand.
Yeah.
And me and Dr. Stone were like, we're going to get drinks with a kobold.
Yeah, we were out on the
Y'all can go
lounge.
try and
We
talk
did
to the
not
elegant man.
expect
This is
an
true.
attack.
Brooke
I will say,
constantly
Which, by
move
the
you away
way,
from.
wait,
absolutely ingenious, because Michael and I might be trying to talk about the same thing. Absolutely ingenious, because Michael and Kiri, or Dr. Stone and Moxie, were on their way to talk to the creepy guy, and Brooke keeps distracting us
Yes.
and pulling us away from the creepy guy or the
Every
elegant
time.
man.
The elegant man.
Yeah.
The elegant man. And so, Kobina, and then the captain comes out, and then Rhapsody is there, and let's go to the back deck. Let's go outside and have a drink. And there was a point in time right before the combat started where Michael says, but we were going to talk to that guy.
Yes. what got me was the captain coming back or leaving and saying, "Oh, Griffins."
Yeah.
I'm like, don't you think she would have, like, by the way, like alarm bells going off if Griffins are coming?
She's a pirate. She's not worried.
That's right.
Well, I think at that point they're kind of just off in the distance. We don't quite yet know that they're coming
Right,
straight
they're
for
coming
us.
straight for-
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think she also thought, like, it also could be, because what she did do is lock herself in the
Yeah.
thing. She's like, my job is to keep us in the air.
Yeah.
Aquata and all of those guys, they'll take care of any dangers. I need to keep us in the air. And so we're going to keep me safe and locked away and secure.
And that's
Yeah.
why we told Kobe to go tell the captain that we were about to repel borders and that we had, But of course, then it became
they're
a whole
definitely-
telephone moment.
Right. They're
Whatever Kobe's
definitely,
going to tell the captain.
there definitely should be like a red alert button somewhere.
Yeah.
He said, make a run for the border. I don't know, something like that.
Could very well happen. So, once again, I lament ever giving Johnny the ability to build a fighter with pole arms.
Reach.
It's great. I
As
love
soon
it.
as
I wasn't
as-
going to do it either, but I ended up going. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to do it. Move this combat map around. A little bit.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. As soon as the Griffins landed, it was over.
Yep.
Right? Because you just snicker-snacked the heck out of them. Their hit points were okay, but their armor class was so low.
Yeah, well, most
They've just got
beasts
feathers.
or monsters. So yeah, most creatures do not have high AC.
Yeah, when you are a druid and you're using druid shape to get HP, not to get armor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your armor will go down. That's why a lot of druids will do bark skin
skin.
and then druid shape
Yeah, yeah.
to get that 16.
I had a moment that was just going to be for a little bit of suspense, right? As one of them comes through and attacks and attacks Moxie, one of the Griffins, I was like, there's a percentage chance that they're gonna grapple, they're gonna lock onto you, right? And so go ahead and roll that percentile dice, and then you rolled like a 5 on the percentile dice.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, someone might go off this boat. Like someone might get flung off this airship. And it was only by the grace of a railing, I think, if I remember correctly.
That was the dimension door.
Well, that was separately. That was a separate
that
situation.
that was when that's how she got up there.
Right.
Yeah.
We get a griffin. So I get up. That is a whole separate.
I know. Would you roll a 3 or a 4 on the dimension door?
And then with Bless, I still wasn't I was gonna be off the side of the balloon.
Yeah.
Moxie and August both, and then but because Rhapsody had given that bardic,
yes,
I was able to get there.
Barely
and in
hang on.
hindsight, I feel like if I still hadn't got there, the panic would have eventually cleared, and I would have realized that I do have gears of fate that I could have used. But anyway, we do get up there, and then the Griffin is holding me down. That's fine. I can punch him from down here.
Yep. Yeah, that was the Griffin fight was tons of fun.
Yeah, it
so
was.
It was
It was
really
great.
good. We find out that while you guys are taking care of the patio situation and the Griffins on top, a couple of the raiders had disembarked or dismounted and headed in to the main cabin. But when you guys get down there, they've filled them full of crossbow bolts. So that was nice too to know that. Indeed, Rhapsody
They
had
are
given
pirates.
Rhapsody had given
They
folks
can
some
take care of
bardic,
it.
and they had taken them out, right? So, off screen, that was Brooke saying, and something happens, and something else happens. I'm over here rolling dice to see who hits and who doesn't. So, that was a good play with all of that. Maybe bringing us down to finally. You guys get a chance to talk to the Elegant Man.
Yes.
Oh boy.
And we did not talk to the Elegant Man. You guys did.
Yeah.
We're not anywhere near this conversation. And it was as we were landing.
Yes, we're coming down.
Well, so there were 2 Elegant Man conversations.
Yeah.
There's the first one where we're giving the shakedown for the fireball wand.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, yes.
right.
Now that I was part of, yes.
Yes.
Because that was where you guys are all kind of looking at me, and I'm like, oh yeah. I'm the one with a 20 charisma.
Yeah. And the dice, oh my gosh, a couple of them I even rolled outside of, from in the front of the DM screen. The dice were hot. The dice were letting that story go in that.
I thought your dice were particularly hot on that encounter.
It was.
Now
it
all
was.
makes sense.
They were protecting Minthra, right? Like
Well, and I was starting to get really annoyed because it seemed like Brooke was setting this NPC up to give us stuff that we would need for this battle, but then they didn't want to give us the stuff. And I was like, I don't want to murder this person, but I will beat them up.
There is a time in which the party says, well, we don't just want to rob him. And then later, Moxie ends up just smacking him in the face, But that's a little bit later on.
My best plan was making them smell like syrup to get Kobe to go through their bags. This little dwarven woman just rummaging, looking for maple syrup. And a very confused Minthra, I don't have any maple syrup. Why does this dwarf care about maple syrup so much?
And Sable, go.
Once it's found out that it is Minthra and not just some random
Elegant
guy.
man.
Myself and Sable felt a level of mortification I don't think I've ever experienced in D&D
No,
quite
let me tell
this
you
yet.
that this is also Moxie.
It was oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap, oh crap.
Moxie doesn't know this yet, but she has solidified every opinion Minthra has ever had about her.
1000%.
Yes.
Right? And Brooke, if you listen closely, there's a couple of times when Brooke says the Elegant Man, he, Brooke couldn't keep it.
Catch that.
Brooke couldn't keep it straight in his head. It slipped out a couple of times.
I
and I was
thought you
like,
just had a hard time keeping track of your NPCs.
which normally that's the case. So, it fits into Brooke's flow very, very well. But I knew it was Minthra. And there's a couple times that I start to say she, and then I mean he, and so I kind of fix it. with that. Yeah, and I also thought, much like the Kobe moment, I certainly thought a few times when Hiram, with the air quotes, when Hiram says, "This girl," and like looks over at Sable, I just knew that you were going to catch it, that it was like
right over my head.
Now, if you
that
said
Mentor
this
phrase,
Moxie girl,
this Moxie girl,
Yeah.
right?
that would have been.
Hey, Moxie, you might want to back off.
But I love the fact that you had that conversation away from August and I, and so we don't know when we go to the next episode. We don't know this conversation at all had happened.
Yeah,
at all.
yeah.
And then,
She didn't change her form, did she? She still looks
not,
like
She did.
Not outside
No.
of. 'cause
You guys
we
went to a private
private
stateroom.
Yeah.
It was as she was about to disembark that.
And then we
then that confrontation.
found out it was Menthra. I said, let's take this conversation to a private room. I'm gonna get
Exactly.
chewed
And in the
out.
private room,
I said, it's weird talking to you
yes,
this way.
yes. Can you help?
Can you change?
Can you change? And she apparently just runs her fingers through the
elegant man's
the
hair.
elegant man just runs his hands through his nice, coiffed,
And of course, that's
highly gelled hair.
Right, and of course that's the joke, right? Because Sable has talked about wearing the hat of disguise in such a way that you can't see the hat.
Right.
I think it was in the
Kobe has no idea how to do that.
I think it was in the casino, but yeah, and so, but because the elegant man's not wearing a hat at all, we never suspect him.
Ding, ding, ding.
Right? And and then of course Kobina has the gigantic hat on, so we're like, obviously this man is just an elegant man.
Yeah.
There can't be a hat of disguise. He's not wearing a hat.
He's not wearing a hat. And there's definitely never has existed a magical item that's like a neckerchief of disguise.
I know.
Like a ring of disguise never existed.
That's right.
Not yet.
That's right. Which I thought about doing as well. I thought about having them undo the ascot or whatever. Ascot?
Yeah.
It depends on what the other things that he's wearing,
So
but yes.
there we go, right? But instead I thought, no, we'll go with Sable. Sable doesn't wear a hat, so neither does Menthra, right?
Yeah.
Or apparently, like the form doesn't have a hat. So there was as that happened, I think it's Michael who gasps on the tape. You're like,
Yeah.
Because that reveal was fabulous. It was fantastic.
and I don't know. August doesn't have any idea, but Johnny certainly is.
What? She's here?
I love maybe you and I are sitting at like a booth and talking, and all of a sudden you go,
She's here.
Feel something.
There's an absolute baddie aboard this ship. I know it.
If Carrie was uncomfortable with August's interaction with a female NPC before, just wait till now.
And again, a little thing that I was like, oh, that's a nice touch. That was not planned originally, but as she shows her form, I was surprised at this corset that she wears that has the daggers on the side, how similar that is actually to the banded armor that Edrar Gut King was wearing as the Varixian priest.
Oh, that's fun.
So
yeah,
there's like a thing with that. So
We keep going.
so if Dr. Stone ever sees that, he might make connections. I don't know if he'll make connections or not with that. But
Well, and of course we have to assume, or I think maybe a connection that we could make, even if it's not there, is this reverence for a spider-themed deity.
right.
Right, because because at least we know for sure that Edrar was supporting the less violent of the
Baronet.
two
Very
Yeah.
of the two spider deities. Still bad, I think, but
Yeah.
less violent.
But then it also comes into mind of like how common exactly is banded armor, right?
Right.
Because like
it's just one of the-
like sure Edgar was wearing it, and then Menthra's corset kind of.
I think
gives
it's
a
one of
nod to
those
it,
things
but-
where it's like if we were watching a TV show or something like that, it would be, this person always wears a green jacket, and this other character, oh my gosh, they're also wearing a green jacket.
You never see them
and
together
like
at the same time.
you could you could do a big a thing where you are talking about the metaphorical connections between the two, yada 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 yada. I don't think there's an actual literal connection, but I do think that it's one of those things that would spark an imagination to connect two characters.
Yeah.
We did actually start the whole thing with Underdark thing. Did you come up with that? Was that your thing that you had come up with?
Yeah, so that's Minthra's backstory.
Right.
Is that she had been of a high house in our version of the Underdark, Laraband.
It has a very Menzo Barons on feel.
Yeah. And pretty, I guess, stereotypical drow type feeling, other than the fact that like other drow houses started to get very jealous, envious of how much power that house was, House Thorn was amassing.
Right.
And so they had done some shady dealing with Zaname in order to cast a plague upon their house. And so, within the span of, just a few weeks, that house goes from being, upper echelon of the Underdark society to being low tier, to the fact that, if this isn't a quarantineable disease, then we need to eradicate everybody in this house.
It's very follow the House of Usher.
In a way, yeah, very much so.
And never seen it, so that's cool.
It's a book.
It's a great little short story.
It's an Edgar Allan Poe.
Oh, okay.
It's a great series on Netflix.
They do it.
Oh, they did a good job with that.
And
Anyway.
And so, Minthra's mother and the eldest daughter have their last stand in the city because they were the two co-rulers of it, essentially. And while the other daughters had some dealings in the house, it wasn't as apparent as the two mother and daughter, mother and eldest daughter. And so the mother commanded everybody of her children to leave because they're going to be continually hunted down until they escape some way or another and go into hiding. And so Minthra's bright idea is to just go to the surface. Not a lot of the people that are chasing them are willing to go to the surface. And her siblings are like, this is our home. We've known nothing else. Why would we go somewhere that we have no idea about? We've only heard tales or stories about the overworld, and it's it just doesn't appeal to them because it's so far from them being able to even kind of grasp the concept of an overworld, essentially. And Minthra is the only one, I guess, brave enough to venture forth. And I think in the story that Brooke wrote, implied that her remaining siblings got murdered.
That basically Minthra is now
the sole survivor.
The sole survivor of the house.
And we have a little bit of ambiguity. It's certainly possible, right? If we need to see them later on in some way, it's certainly possible. But yeah, Minthra's the one who made the best choice. You nailed it, Connor. Brave enough to do what needed to be done.
You got basically if you look at the parallel between Minthra and Drist, and Drist also escaped the Underdark and then became a hero. Minthra went the other path, escaped the Underdark, and basically stayed as a criminal and became a very high up person in the Sapphire Society.
Minthra is an opportunist.
Yes. Right.
I don't think Minthra, as far as I can tell, from the listener perspective, obviously, Minthra would never delight in crime, but she sees it logically as the best choice. That Minthra would, of course, and now we know this about her backstory, coming from this very highly political, highly hierarchical situation. Minthra isn't going to ever deal with red tape. Screw the red tape. I'm just going to do it, And then if just doing it without approval is illegal, whatever.
Yeah.
Did you get the result you wanted? So I feel like that's the kind of thing and that's where in the beginning of when we first meet Minthra, she's like, oh, I don't know which side I want to throw my hat in on. Right. 'Cause she's kind of waiting to see how things pan out. But that everything kind of changed when she and Sable have that meeting. The meeting where Sable went back in, right? And then we talk about, and they talk about everything that's happening with Pierce and the gate and all of that stuff. And so I think that was kind of a thing where she had, I don't want to say a change of heart because it's still very opportunist. I can't control a world that is burned to the ground. Yeah. But it's more magnanimous maybe than any of her other actions, if that makes sense. Yeah. It's not just going to be good for her, it's going to be good for the world. And she recognizes that she's only ever had to look out for herself since her family started getting hunted down. Since everything kicked off, she's only ever had to look out for herself. She's only ever looked out for herself. And so this is being on a team is not something that comes to Minthra.
Right. Which dovetails so well with why there's only one apprentice, right? Then you have to, it's like having children. You have to raise them then and, take care of them and help them learn and grow and, teach them all these things. And so it speaks to, something special about Sable that she was willing to do that. There's a little bit of a hint when she notices that plague has orphaned the boy, right? And there's something, maybe she's not completely cold-hearted,
Well, but again, it's opportunistic.
Yeah.
It's not about being cold-hearted or warm-hearted. It's not about that. It's about how will this, how can I make advantage?
Because she also knows that because Sable's so small, she gets a bit of a tabula rasa situation. And he is also completely dependent on her at that point in time. He has, it's that or starve. Yeah. So she gets a bit of control, and I think when she first adopts Sable, she had no intentions of caring about Sable, but I think she does.
Have we decided that we probably have never seen a dark elf?
I imagine no.
Maybe in a drawing.
But now I'm the books that I've read, I might have come across. The big question is the fact that Lolth is tied to the dark elves of another plane.
Yeah.
So I'm formulating stuff in my head.
Was that in your Plane Hoppers book?
Maybe.
There was definitely a list of sorry to mean
their followers were dark elves of a
because I very much picture it, and Brooke can veto this if needed, but I don't think drow venture up to the surface that often.
Yeah, I don't think
it's kind of like hobbits leaving the Shire. It's weird.
Yeah,
well, but
they have their own society in Laravant, and there's almost no need to go to the surface because they have all the resources that they need down there. They've got all of their own political.
Plus, it's really bright.
Yeah, yeah, and it's really bright outside. It's up in the overworld.
Well, and it would
the
be
majority
kind
of the majority of humans do not go to the Underdark, or really any of the surface races. The majority of them are not going to go down to the Underdark. It's scary and dangerous, and
things try to kill you.
Things try to kill you, and vice versa. When folks of Laravant of the Underdark, when they come up. It's scary. It's dangerous.
Things are trying to kill you. Things
are trying to kill you, and
the sun hurts.
Yeah, it hurts your eyes. You can't even see anything up there because you're squinting all the time. Right? Gives you headaches. So yeah, Minthra's sisters were not willing to make that. Didn't have the bravery or the gumption to make that, the ambition to make that sacrifice. So anyway, thought was there.
So I do think Minthra is one of a very few, and especially in Ironspire itself. I'm not quite certain that there are any other drow in Ironspire. But who knows?
Pulling back the curtain, I don't have any plans for any others. She's very unique in that regard.
But it's a good for future use.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Maybe something for another roundtable in more depth, Connor, but how do you think Sable's going to deal with, does it bug Sable that Minthra's here?
So Sable sees it as we've come to an agreement that I was going to take on this mission.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're here trying to backseat drive.
You don't trust me to complete the mission.
On my very first, big mission.
Away mission.
Yeah. Because, he recently jumped ranks in the Sapphire Society. He should be having a bit more leeway on, not constantly being hovered over.
Yeah.
And not that, Minthra was, super hovery in, she would just appear on random locations, but this is also the first time Sable is outside the city. And, yes, she brought up a point of, all of us need to band together for this. This isn't something that you alone can take care of, which is a good point, but also Sable sees it as, this is my mission. This is what I've been following up for months now.
Yeah.
And I can do it. We can do it.
Yeah.
So.
There you go. Originally, and we were so close, the DM plan was that the Elegant Man got off the boat, right? And Minthra was not really going to stay off of the boat, but and we were almost there. They were disembarking whenever you guys were like, hey, wait. Can we get one more deal?
You made it seem like their bags were full of good stuff. And I was like, Brooke obviously wants us to have this good stuff. He keeps pointing to these bags. So
I think once we discovered it was Minthra, I was like, my wages. How can I afford 5,000 gold something?
Right. And for everybody out there that's did any checking and we're like, oh my gosh, a fireball wand like that for 500 gold pieces? Well, it's because Minthra wanted to be able to give something to them, right?
The fireball wand is going to come in handy.
Yeah. So
I did scribble it down somewhere.
Yeah.
It's right here on the back of my knuckle duster card.
Excuse me. So that was really great. The reveal of the Elegant Man of Minthra happened early, right?
Yeah.
Because I knew that once Moxie put hands on the Elegant Man, it was either going to be stab Moxie or have self-control for the not running the mission, right? And not running this team that's going out there, and then just reveal and look at Sable and be like, whoa.
And it's a little funny having gone through her backstory where she essentially she's some sort of princess, right? And then years later, Moxie's just punches her in the face.
I'm gonna punch him. I'm gonna punch him right in his stupid elegant face.
I just love the dichotomy of that.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
and I don't want to say the irony, but the bit is that if Moxie had been elf and not tiefling, she also would have grown up in a noble house.
Right.
She has noble, well, she doesn't have noble blood. Her mom was just married to one.
Yeah.
But that's, but she's now the rough and tumble.
Yeah.
Let me at him.
Yeah. Exactly. I am super excited to figure out where this is going to go, what's going to happen next. We are, maybe I've said this in the last, few roundtables, but the arc is here. We are literally very, very soon, we are going to see the end. We're going to see the Haunted Isles on the horizon. The wrap up for this part, Curse of the Clockwork City, is there on the horizon.
I've gotten some messages from Brooke to flesh out some characters. Just saying, I'm going to leave that one hanging.
We are very, very close. And I just can't wait. Kiri hasn't ever had a character death on the podcast yet, so I just can't wait to kill Moxie first.
That's right.
Connor hasn't either.
Okay, I'll kill both of you.
Johnny hasn't Johnny there? Oh no, he
He
has.
did.
He did.
The only person
we
that's
forgot about
safe
Twitch.
is Michael
and I have,
Cross's
yes.
character. That's the only character that's safe.
Mr. Twitch also died.
Twitch
He
died.
did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
forgot about
Johnny and I have had actually character deaths.
We've played fully.
All the rule book.
We've
pages of the
had
book.
another character come
I'm not
in and
emotionally
replace.
ready to use the entire book. I'm gonna only use the first 75%.
Well, it's a good thing, Kiri, that your and I's backup characters are here in the
This
same
is
place.
true. If Moxie dies, I'm just gonna play Rhapsody,
And if Sable dies, I get to play Minthra.
and then we can burn down the world together and be best friends.
Besties.
Oh my god! I would love. Oh my gosh!
Bye.
Bye.
I'm
With
Johnny,
that,
bye.
we're out of here. I'm Rick Bullock. We'll talk to you later.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Keep up to date with the coolest geek shenanigans in Oklahoma when you listen to the Okie Geek podcast. Stay in the know about upcoming conventions, comic books, and the nerdiest happenings in the Panhandle State. That way you don't miss out on things like live Mario Kart, Wizard comics, or board game conventions. Search for Okie Geek on the NPR app or wherever you get podcasts.